The story of Stubby, the war hero or dog. In the midst of the devastating and chaotic events of World War I, a small, scrappy dog named Stubby emerged as one of the most unlikely war heroes in history. His story is one of bravery, loyalty, and determination, capturing the hearts of soldiers and civilians alike. From the muddy trenches of France to the hallowed halls of the White House, Stubby's journey transformed him from a stray dog into a symbol of courage and sacrifice. Introduction: a stray dog in the camp. It all began in 1917 when the 102nd Infantry Regiment, part of the 26th Yankee Division, was stationed at a training camp in New Haven, Connecticut. Among the soldiers preparing for deployment to Europe, there was an unexpected visitor, a small, scruffy dog who wandered into the camp, seemingly without a care in the world. The soldiers, most of whom were far from home and longing for companionship, quickly took to the dog. One of those soldiers, Sergeant Robert Conroy, formed an especially strong bond with the dog. Known simply as Stubby due to his short, stubby tail, the dog was a quiet presence among the men, and his company was a much-needed respite from the brutal preparation for war. While the soldiers would spend long days drilling and training, Stubby was often seen trotting alongside them, earning the affection of everyone in the camp. Although no one could know it at the time, Stubby's journey was just beginning. It was uncommon for animals to be officially part of the military, and yet Stubby soon became a beloved mascot. When the 102nd Regiment received orders to deploy to France, the soldiers were reluctant to leave their new companion behind. In a bold move, Stubby was smuggled aboard the transport ship, hidden away by the men who had already grown attached to him. As the ship sailed toward Europe, Stubby found himself with a newfound family of soldiers. His adventures, however, were just beginning. The journey to France. A mascot with a purpose. Once in France, Stubby quickly adapted to life on the front lines, where the men of the 102nd Infantry Regiment were stationed near the trenches. It was here that Stubby's true worth began to shine. At first, Stubby served as a comforting presence amidst the horrors of war. His loyalty to the men was unwavering, and he would often sit quietly by their side as they faced the grim realities of trench warfare. But Stubby was no ordinary mascot. He had an uncanny ability to sense danger, an instinct that would soon prove invaluable. When the men were subjected to terrifying mustard gas attacks, Stubby would bark and act agitated just before the gas would arrive, warning the soldiers in time to put on their gas masks and protect themselves. Stubby's ability to detect incoming gas attacks became legendary. Time and again he saved lives by giving the men precious moments to prepare for the gas clouds that would drift across the battlefield. His role was not limited to alerting the soldiers to gas. He also helped find wounded men in the fog of war, and even assisted medics in locating the injured. Despite the constant threat of artillery shells and machine gun fire, Stubby was always by the side of his human comrades, offering companionship and bravery in the face of unimaginable terror. Stubby's combat heroism. Bravery on the battlefield. Stubby's courage did not go unnoticed. During the brutal battles of Château-Thierry and the Meuse-Argonne offensive, Stubby demonstrated remarkable bravery, often running through the trenches under heavy fire to find injured soldiers. He would lead the medics to the wounded, helping save lives even as the soldiers fought for their own survival. One of Stubby's most remarkable acts of heroism occurred during an intense battle when he captured a German soldier. The soldiers of the 102nd Regiment were fighting near a village when Stubby, ever watchful, spotted a German soldier attempting to sneak behind their lines. Without hesitation, Stubby chased the soldier down, barking furiously until the enemy combatant surrendered, bringing the German soldier into captivity. Stubby's actions were credited with preventing an ambush, and his bravery earned him widespread recognition. In another extraordinary moment, Stubby saved Sergeant Conroy and other soldiers from an incoming artillery shell. As the men huddled in the trench, waiting for the barrage to pass, Stubby began barking wildly, tugging at Conroy's sleeve. The sergeant, recognizing Stubby's warning, immediately ordered the men to take cover moments before the shell exploded. Stubby's actions on the battlefield not only saved lives but also inspired the soldiers around him. His courage and loyalty in the face of unimaginable danger helped bolster the morale of the troops, who knew that, despite the horrors they faced, they had a steadfast friend by their side. Post-war recognition, a hero's welcome. After the war ended in 1918, Stubby returned to the United States with Sergeant Conroy and the men of the 102nd Infantry Regiment. The dog, who had once been a stray, was now a decorated war hero, having served with distinction on the front lines. Stubby's fame spread quickly, and he was soon recognized as a symbol of American bravery and resilience. In Washington, D.C., Stubby was honored with a meeting at the White House with President Woodrow Wilson, who praised the dog for his service. Stubby was also awarded a variety of medals, including a gold medal from the Humane Society of the United States. He became a beloved figure, appearing in parades and public ceremonies where crowds cheered as he proudly strutted beside his fellow soldiers. Stubby's service didn't end with his return to civilian life. He continued to serve as a symbol of courage, making appearances at schools and events where he would inspire future generations to embody the same bravery and loyalty he had shown during the war. Legacy: the hero who never forgot his soldiers. Stubby lived out his later years in comfort, continuing to be a beloved figure in American history. He passed away in 1926, but his legacy lived on. He was immortalized in various ways, including a statue at the American Legion Post in his hometown of New Haven, Connecticut. Stubby's story remains a poignant reminder of the incredible bond between humans and dogs, especially in times of war. His actions not only saved lives but also captured the hearts of a nation. Stubby's courage, loyalty, and selflessness continue to inspire people today, and his legacy endures as a symbol of the indomitable spirit of all those who serve in the face of adversity. In a world often filled with stories of human heroes, Stubby's tale stands as a testament to the idea that heroes come in all forms, sometimes in the shape of a small, scrappy dog who answered the call of duty.